Hi everyone, Alistair from RealWorks Marketing. So today we're talking about the 5 telltale signs that your potential vendor is coming to the market, or the homeowners in your area may be coming to the market. And it's, these are 5 pretty simple signs to recognize if you're out and about in your marketplace, you're doing some general drive-bys of the streets. These are some key indicators that you can, notice. And certainly if you are picking up on these signs, or more than one of these signs, all at once, it's definitely worth going and knocking on the door and having a chat to that homeowner. So number 1, small to medium-sized renovations. So if you're noticing that this particular property is got a lot of activity with electricians or builders or anyone who is doing a lot of work on the property, this could indicate that this particular homeowner is thinking about coming to the market. People like to generally spruce up their home and put it in a position where it's going to be, well presented. And this means that you've got to spend a little bit of money on some of those things that have got general wear and tear. It might be some electrical work, some plumbing, some builders sort of work or carpentry work. So keep an eye out in your farm area when doing those drive-bys for a lot of activity happening at a particular home with regards to small to medium-sized renovations. Number 2, gardening and landscaping. So I recently brought my home to the market myself. One of the things that I did was spend quite a bit of time in the front yard and the backyard getting things nicely presented, ready for home opens. Have a look for, a lot of things and a lot of activity happening in terms of the landscaping. So weeding, maybe mowing the lawns, and a lot of mowing, edging the gardens, mulching the gardens, and a lot of those things, pruning of trees. These are all good key indicators that people, not necessarily everyone who does gardening and stuff like that's going to be selling, but it's a good indicator if you see that in sort of going hand in hand with a lot of other activity that's happening at the home. It's definitely worthwhile knocking on the door and having a chat to that homeowner. Number 3, have a look and see whether the client themselves has spent quite a bit of time on getting their home ready for a garage sale. So when you're sort of driving around on your weekends in between home opens or showing buyers around, have a look and see whether their particular home is having a garage sale or is preparing for one. This is usually another really good sign that people are considering moving. People don't necessarily want to take a lot of their unwanted stuff or things that suited the home that they were in to the next property. So it's a great time for them to, sell some of their items, make a little bit of money, and clear out some unwanted stuff. It's also a really good way if you do see anyone holding a garage sale, maybe to pop in, have a chat to them, introduce yourself, let them know that you're happy to assist them, talk to them about, some of the latest activity of sales that are happening, and then what you think their home, could sit in terms of the market, and relate it to a property that may have recently sold at auction, or, give them some information, give them some value, so that when you leave their presence, they understand, hey, that gentleman or that lady was worth talking to, and we'd like to do business with them. So that would be really important. Third thing is, have a look and see those people and that are in these particular areas that are doing some massive bulk rubbish cleaning. So I do know that there are some councils that do this, and if you do notice that people are clearing out heaps and heaps of stuff, heaps of branches and heaps of old equipment or old furniture, fridges and washing machines that no longer work, and it's all on the verge, this could be another really good indicator that they're not only clearing out a lot of stuff they don't need or that's no longer used, but they could be ready to sell, sprucing up their home. And number 5 is follow other agents' movements. Start to recognize your competition. What are they driving? What are their movements? When do they do their appraisals? When do they do their listing presentations? Get to know your competition, and when you're driving through your marketplace, if you recognize that there's a competing agent in a particular property, it's fair to assume that they could be there for an appraisal or a listing presentation. It's a great opportunity once they've left to maybe go knock on the door, or if you have that person's phone number, if they're on your database and you're wondering why have they gone and called in, another agent when these people are on my database, well, it means you haven't been working your database properly. But certainly, have a look, see what your other agents are doing in their farm area. get to know what they drive, get to know, their movements and their activity, so that you can use that to your advantage, and you can read the play, and you can go in and at least try and snag an opportunity at an appraisal or listing presentation.